Welcome to Space Socket. A 26-year-old woman claims she's a boss chick. Kevin Samuels steps in to dismantle her. Let's dive in.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
How old are you?
I am 26.
How old are you? 26?
Yes.
Okay, turn the volume down a little bit on your side.
Okay.
All right, so we're talking about boss chick to side chick. What do we got?
Boss chick.
Uh,
Definitely.
are you a boss chick?
Am I most definitely? Well, I like to think I am.
Okay. Are you single? Are you married?
I'm single.
Any children?
No children.
What makes you a boss chick?
I stand up for myself and what I believe in.
Okay. Let's look at something real. Did you go to college?
No, but I have a corporate position, I guess. That's what
I
you
don't know.
want to
I
say.
don't know what that means. What do you do?
I'm a recruiter for healthcare workers.
You're a recruiter and you didn't go to college?
Yeah, based off experience.
Uh-huh.
Well, I
All right.
definitely started my I worked my way up
All right.
basically.
Well, let's. What does the word boss mean?
Boss is definitely somebody that holds their own, whether it's I guess being a boss is like you're holding your own, whether it's
What state are you in?
egotistically
What state are you in?
New York.
Okay, so you went to school in this country.
Mhm.
You graduated from high school.
Mhm.
What you're saying isn't a boss. So let's start again. What is a
I don't even want
boss?
to say too much because I don't even want to like go there. But like, like I don't know, like I don't know. I don't want to say too much because you're like mean. So I'm like, oh, I don't even know if I should like go there. But I feel like a boss is like, I'm a boss ass bitch. Like every time I think about that, I think about that song.
Okay. Don't tell me about what you feel. Tell me about what you know.
So
First off, what you're describing, standing up for yourself, that's not a boss.
yeah, not letting people run all over you.
Let's define words. Words mean stuff, okay?
Hmm.
A boss, a person who's in charge of a worker group or of an organization. Standing up, what you define as a boss is not what a boss is. See, what modern women do, you guys just talk in these grandiose terms. You aggrandize yourselves.
Hmm.
Are you in charge of anybody other than yourself?
Yes.
You have direct reports at your job.
Yes.
You've hired people.
Hmm.
What's your title?
Recruiter.
Okay, recruiters don't have staff necessarily.
Mm-mm.
Right. Do you have staff?
No, but I have dogs. I have things that depend on me, I guess.
All right.
Not
So
a kid, but
okay. So uh man, at 26 years old, you're not a boss of anything.
mm, right, but myself.
But that doesn't make you a boss chick. You're just a chick.
Not a side chick. That's most definitely not. So you gave me an option whether if I was a boss or a side chick. Definitely not
No,
a
I'm
side chick though.
well, if you call yourself a boss chick, that's not the whole program. Boss chicks become side chicks. Women who
Mm,
talk like you become side chicks.
really? How do you think so?
Look in the paper, look on social media, look look anywhere. You're talking about 26 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You're a recruiter, if that's what you are, cool. Didn't go to college, fine. You have a corporate position, okay. But that's not boss. At 26 years old in corporate America, you're entry level. Entry
Mm.
level, second step at best.
But I do have a talent. That's something that, whether you want to go there or not, but like I definitely
Does
know what
it
it
does
is
it pay
to.
your bills?
Absolutely.
Holy, okay. Look at okay. I'm going to go there. Stop talking vague because what I'm getting now for you is cap. At 26 years old and a recruiter, New York City, is that where you live?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have your own place or do you have a roommate?
My own.
Who's in the background?
I have a friend. Like, what the heck?
You have your own place at 26 as a recruiter. What talent do
Yeah.
you have that pays money?
What talent
Yeah, you said you have a talent.
do I have to
They pay.
pay?
You said I have a talent, and I said, does it pay your bills? Or yeah. What do you have? What talent do you have that pays money?
I'm definitely a choreographer and dancer
Where?
all over the world. I've been all over. But aside from that, like you're like I'm getting where you're going, but like at the same time you're like going back to the same subject of boss chick. I know what it is because I've been there before. I've been juggling whether a 9 to 5 or creativity is something that is good
Mm-hmm.
for the soul, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
good either or. So I'm like, okay, so back to like that. I was like, okay, so I'm like thinking in my head, like, boss chick or side chick is more like, okay, like either one. I'm more like, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
getting to the subject of like, what's the point of like saying all that? I guess because I'm like lost. I'm like
Mm-hmm.
that whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just babbling. You're just babbling. Bosses don't babble.
Mm, okay.
But you danced all you've choreographed dances all over the world.
Mhm.
Right. And you're a recruiter in a corporate job in New York City at 26 years old. This is what becomes of the boss chicks, folks. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
It's just like for right now, that's what it is. Not saying that that's who I am forever. I feel like you're like your cap because like you don't get like 2021
Yeah,
realness,
yeah, yeah, ma'am. You don't know what the fuck you're talking
but
about.
like
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're just
people
babbling.
grow and people
No, you
like
don't. No, no, no. This is what.
grow
And
into
thank you.
things
This is
that
what I
like
mean.
people want for
These
themselves.
creatives, these
You're like saying,
creatives,
"What are you right now?"
these creatives.
Mhm.
Man, I just
Mhm.
let you talk, and don't get upset that you made yourself sound crazy.
Because like I
What
don't
don't I
want
get?
you
What
to
don't I get?
think
No,
like it's
I
not
let you
who I
speak. I
am.
let you
It's not who
speak.
I am, and
I
whether it
let
was
you.
a boss
Don't
chick
overtalk
or a
me.
side chick.
Don't overtalk me. I let you speak. I let you try to put your best foot forward and say what it is you are. And I'm sorry, man. You sound crazy to me. I got a corporate job and I'm a choreographer and I'm a boss chick and I'm this and that. I got talents to pay the bills and I'm such and so forth. And everybody's like, this chick got a bonnet on her head and a mouth and a mind full of marbles.
Do you want to see like my
I
hair?
don't really.
Like,
I
what is
just
it
said you
like
got a
that
bonnet on your
you
head. You got on Instagram as a boss chick with 11,000 people watching with a bonnet on your head. Ain't nothing boss about
because
that.
I'm not trying too hard. What is this like? That's not. Why do I have to like try too hard?
Modern boss chicks, people. This is what I hear most of the time when I hear this boss chick babble. Boss chick babble.
Boss chick,
Boss chick
bro.
babble. You got a lot to say about nothing. I'm like, if you had to sit down and talk to somebody and say, okay, in the next 10 years, where are you going to be professionally?
Mhm.
What
You
were you
don't
taught?
know that. You don't know nothing.
No, I know me. I'm talking about you. It's clear that you don't know anything. I'm asking you, do you know you don't know anything?
Do I know?
Yeah, do you
I
know
know
that?
exactly.
Okay, where are you going to be in
Exactly.
the next 10 years
That I don't
in
need
your
to share
career?
with you because I'm gonna show it in my
All
life
right,
existence. Because
right. Kick freaking rocks. Hello, how are you?
doing good. How are you?
Good. Do you have me on speakerphone?
Do I have, sorry, what?
You have me on speakerphone. There's a lot of background noise.
Is that a bit too loud?
You got to take me off Bluetooth. You got to take me off Bluetooth and just have me on directly.
I'm not sure if that's better.
That's better right there.
Better?
Yeah. How old are
Okay,
you?
great. I'm 26.
Okay. Why don't your friends like me?
I think you're incredibly direct. You call out this victim mentality that a lot of people, men and women, don't want to recognize that they have. And I think that's really confronting for a lot of people. I personally love it, but I think you're a hard pill to swallow a lot of the time.
Well, I mean that true. I can be polarizing, but the truth is often polarizing. Uh, but outside of the tone, what do they have an objection with?
Hmm. I think there's an element that you're not selling a fantasy. You're telling women that they have to have equal contributions to the relationship, that they have to really step up and be the queen if they want to get a king. And I think there's a fantasy that's sold to us, which is we can just sit pretty and things will just happen for us. And you're debunking that fantasy. And a lot of people just don't want to hear that.
Well, it was sold to you. It was sold to you in second wave feminism. It was sold to
Mm-hmm.
women that if you go to school and get out there and find a husband, it won't be a husband, it'll be a partner. But what you guys have been taught runs counter to your biology. I don't know. Your audio is still a little bit off. Do you ever watch the content with your friends? Do you ever sit down and watch with them in a group?
Not in a group, but I know girlfriends who do watch it and who are just like, I don't I don't like this guy. He's just talking shit. He's just bashing women, that sort of
Hmm.
thing. So I do know that they have that opinion.
Do you guys live in the same city, or are these friends that are remote?
So some of them live in Sydney and then in Australia, where I'm from, and then some live in other cities as well. So I have
Okay.
girlfriends overseas in the US.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna organize a show to where you guys who have friends who dissent, you can actually organize a watch party you can all watch together. I think that'll
Sounds
be
great.
interesting to have you and your friends in Sydney all watch the same broadcast, and then yeah, good idea. Appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
All right, let's break this down honestly. A 26-year-old calling herself a boss chick might sound empowering, but the real question is, what does that actually mean in practice? Because titles don't carry weight on their own. Results and behavior do. This is where Kevin Samuels would step in with a reality check, because what works in business or personal ambition doesn't always translate directly into relationships. Being assertive, independent, and driven can be strengths, but relationships require cooperation, adaptability, and mutual respect, not just control or dominance. The issue comes in when the identity becomes rigid. If everything is framed around being in charge, then it leaves very little room for partnership. Because relationships aren't about one person leading everything. They're about balance and alignment between two people. And here's the key point. Men who are serious about commitment aren't just looking at labels. They're looking at how a woman shows up in a relationship. Can she communicate effectively? Can she cooperate? Can she create a sense of peace and stability? Those things matter far more than a title.